NASA's recent discoveries deep within the sun's core are rewriting our understanding of the star that sustains life on Earth. Using cutting-edge missions like the Parker Solar Probe and the Solar Dynamics Observatory, scientists have unveiled astonishing phenomena, from massive magnetic tornadoes to mysterious plasma tsunamis, that reveal the sun's inner workings are far more dynamic and dangerous than ever imagined. One powerful fact stands out: the sun loses 4 million tons of mass every second, a relentless countdown to its eventual demise. The sun's secret nuclear furnace. NASA's latest data has revealed surprising new insights about the sun's core, challenging long-held beliefs. Traditionally, scientists thought the sun's energy output was stable, fueled by steady hydrogen fusion. However, recent findings suggest the core behaves unpredictably, exhibiting what researchers are calling fusion bursts. These bursts are violent, explosive events deep within the sun's 27 million degree center, unlike the familiar solar flares that occur on its surface. These fusion bursts are powerful enough to challenge existing physics models. Remarkably, the sun seems to hide these internal explosions by bending light, making them invisible to direct observation. If one of these bursts were to break free from the core's containment, it could have catastrophic effects on Earth, potentially collapsing our planet's magnetic field within 12 hours. This magnetic shield protects us from harmful solar and cosmic radiation, so its loss would be devastating. NASA warns that this behavior is abnormal for a star of the sun's age and stability, suggesting the sun might be undergoing unexpected internal changes. While this doesn't mean immediate danger, it raises important questions about our star's future and the need for continued monitoring. The solar vortex that defies physics. NASA's Solar Dynamics Observatory has observed massive swirling waves and vortices on the sun, including large-scale motions beneath its surface, but there is no verified evidence of a 300,000-mile-wide whirlpool inside the sun's core, spinning backward or causing time dilation effects. Research indicates the sun likely has polar vortices, rings of swirling magnetic patterns near its poles that evolve with the solar cycle and affect magnetic field reversals. These vortices form around 55 degrees latitude and migrate poleward, disappearing during solar maximum when the sun's magnetic polarity flips. However, these are surface and near-surface phenomena, not deep core vortices. The claim that such a vortex breaks fluid dynamics laws, causes time to slow, or threatens to tear the sun apart within a billion years, is not supported by current scientific data or NASA releases. The sun's core fusion processes and magnetic dynamics are complex, but remain consistent with established physics models. NASA has not publicly released or deleted data supporting such extreme assertions. The concept of a magnetic time warp or core vortex growing to catastrophic size appears speculative and unsupported by peer-reviewed research or official NASA findings. The sun's hidden black hole heart. There is no credible scientific evidence or NASA data supporting the existence of a microscopic black hole inside the sun's core. The idea that such a black hole, with the mass of a small moon but atomic size, lurks within the sun, contradicts established physics. According to current understanding, any microscopic black hole formed during the sun's birth would have evaporated long ago due to Hawking radiation. Gravitational anomalies and unexplained vibrations in the sun are actively studied, but they are generally attributed to complex plasma dynamics, magnetic fields, and fusion processes, rather than exotic objects like black holes. The sun's core is governed by nuclear fusion, which provides a stable energy output and prevents catastrophic collapse. The scenario of a black hole inside the sun triggering a hypernova is inconsistent with stellar evolution models. Our sun, a middle-aged star, is not massive enough to end its life as a hypernova. Instead, it will eventually become a red giant and then a white dwarf over billions of years. While the sun's core holds many mysteries, the black hole hypothesis remains speculative and unsupported by scientific evidence or NASA's observations. Ghost star inside our sun. So, there is no scientific evidence or NASA helioseismic data confirming that the sun consumed a twin star billions of years ago. The sun actually formed about 4.6 billion years ago from a collapsing cloud of gas and dust. And, well, while binary star systems are pretty common, our sun is understood to have formed as a single star. Helioseismology, which studies solar oscillations, hasn't revealed any chemical imbalances or elements that would indicate a consumed star inside the sun's core. The idea of a second magnetic field caused by the remnants of a twin star orbiting within the sun just isn't supported by current solar physics. The sun's magnetic activity and solar cycles are explained by the solar dynamo, a complex interaction of plasma flows and magnetic fields within the sun's convective zone. Variability in solar storms arises naturally from these processes without needing a trapped star, and the concept of a vampire star draining energy from planets is really speculative and not applicable to our sun's characteristics. While the sun's history and future definitely hold mysteries, the notion of it having devoured a twin star remains a hypothesis without observational backing or theoretical support. The sun's quantum abomination. So here's the thing. There's just no verified scientific evidence or NASA data backing up the claim that particles move faster than light near the sun's core, or that physics somehow breaks down in a 200-mile-wide zone there. According to established physics, nothing can travel faster than light in a vacuum. And causality, meaning cause comes before effect, is a fundamental principle upheld by Einstein's theory of relativity. Neutrinos produced in the sun's core do travel close to light speed, but they don't actually exceed it. The idea of time loops, miniature wormholes, or quantum anomalies causing gravitational ripples and atomic clocks skipping time all over the globe just doesn't have any observational or experimental support. And, honestly, no recorded event in 2012 or any other year has shown atomic clocks worldwide skipping 0.7 seconds simultaneously because of solar activity. While the sun's core is definitely extreme and complex, our current understanding still lines up with relativity and quantum mechanics. The sun does influence the solar system through gravity and electromagnetic radiation, but it's not testing or rewriting the fabric of reality. At the end of the day, these claims are pretty speculative and just aren't grounded in mainstream astrophysics or NASA findings. The sun's corpse-like core. When it comes to the idea of a corpse-like core, there's just no credible scientific evidence or NASA helioseismology data showing a 2,000-mile-wide dead zone in the sun's core where nuclear fusion has stopped. The sun's core is actually continuously sustaining nuclear fusion, converting hydrogen into helium, and producing the energy that powers the sun and supports life here on Earth. Helioseismology, which is the study of solar oscillations, has not detected any region where fusion has ceased. Solar wind variations that have been observed since the 2000s are actually due to changes in the sun's magnetic activity and solar cycle dynamics, not because of a failing core or some kind of emergency backup power. The idea of a growing cold dead zone feeding on the core and mimicking fusion through electrical currents is, honestly, speculative and not supported by current astrophysical models. Sure, stars do change as they age, but the sun is stable and expected to keep its fusion processes going for billions of years. The whole concept of cancerous cold spots consuming a star from the inside just isn't recognized in stellar physics. While it's super important to keep monitoring the sun's behavior, claims about a dead core and imminent collapse within centuries really don't have a scientific basis and actually contradict what we know. The sun's doomsday protocol. Let's talk about the so-called doomsday protocol. There's absolutely no scientific evidence or NASA data supporting the existence of a kill switch called terminus inside the sun, or any star for that matter. The idea of a dormant magnetic weapon buried 150,000 miles beneath the sun's surface that could fire a relativistic plasma jet to sterilize solar systems is, well, purely speculative and just not grounded in astrophysical research. NASA's Parker Solar Probe is out there studying the sun's magnetic fields and solar wind, but it hasn't detected any signals that would suggest a self-destruct mechanism or countdown linked to ancient supernovae. The sun's activity cycles and magnetic behavior are explained by well-understood processes like the solar dynamo and magnetic field reversals. There's no need to bring in neural network-like filaments or cosmic railguns. The whole idea that stars have built-in self-destruct systems causing civilizations to go silent is really more science fiction than astrophysical fact. The sun's life cycle is governed by nuclear fusion and gravitational equilibrium, and honestly, it's expected to remain stable for billions of years before eventually evolving into a red giant, and then a white dwarf. So, in summary, the terminus kill switch narrative just doesn't have any basis in current solar physics or NASA findings. Thanks so much for exploring the sun's deepest secrets with Space Facts. If you found this journey into our star's core as mind-blowing as we did, don't forget to hit that bell icon so you never miss a cosmic update. Subscribe now to join our community of space enthusiasts, and drop a comment below. What discovery shocked you the most? Your thoughts really do fuel our mission to bring the universe closer to you. Stay curious and keep looking up. Did you know that in the vastness of our galaxy, there are an estimated 10,000 interstellar objects passing through our solar system every single year, yet we've only detected a handful of them? Most of these cosmic wanderers slip by completely unnoticed, carrying secrets from distant star systems across the infinite darkness of space. Here's the mind-blowing part. We're essentially living in a cosmic highway with constant interstellar traffic, and we're just now learning how to spot the travelers. But did you know that some of these mysterious visitors might not be natural objects at all? The discovery moment. Astronomers just detected something that shouldn't exist, a colossal interstellar intruder that's rewriting everything we thought we knew about our cosmic neighborhood. Right now, as you're watching this, there's a massive alien visitor racing through our solar system at mind-bending speeds, and it's got the entire scientific community in complete chaos. The Catalina Sky Survey team was doing their routine asteroid hunting when their computers started screaming alerts about something absolutely unprecedented, an object so large and so fast that it initially broke their detection algorithms. What started as a normal night of stargazing turned into the most significant interstellar discovery since Oumuamua first shocked the world back in 2017. But here's what's sending chills down every astronomer's spine. This isn't just another space rock drifting through the void. This behemoth is actively defying our understanding of physics, moving in ways that conventional celestial mechanics simply can't explain. The Discovery team spent 3 sleepless nights triple-checking their data because what they were seeing seemed impossible. A single object, roughly the size of a skyscraper, hurtling through space with the precision of a guided missile and the mystery of an ancient artifact. Within hours of confirmation, observatories across 6 continents were frantically redirecting their most powerful telescopes toward this cosmic enigma, each hoping to unlock secrets that could fundamentally change our understanding of what's really out there in the infinite darkness between stars. Size comparison shock. What if I told you that something 10 times bigger than the most mysterious object in human history just invaded our solar system, and it's so massive it could swallow entire neighborhoods whole? The numbers are absolutely staggering, and they're about to blow your mind completely. While the original Oumuamua was roughly the size of a football field, already impressive enough to captivate scientists worldwide, this new cosmic giant is operating on a scale that defies comprehension. We're talking about an interstellar behemoth that stretches across dimensions so vast, it could easily engulf multiple city blocks, standing taller than most skyscrapers and wider than entire shopping districts. To put this in perspective, if Oumuamua was a car, this new visitor would be a massive cargo ship cruising through the cosmic ocean. The sheer mass of this object is generating gravitational effects that are subtly influencing smaller asteroids in its path, creating a miniature gravitational wake as it barrels through our solar system. What's even more mind-boggling is that something this colossal managed to approach our solar system completely undetected until it was practically on our cosmic doorstep. The fact that an object of this magnitude could remain hidden in the depths of interstellar space until now raises profound questions about what else might be lurking out there in the darkness between stars. Scientists are scrambling to understand how something so enormous could have escaped detection for so long, and more importantly, what its massive size might tell us about its true origin and purpose in our galactic neighborhood. The trajectory mystery. Every law of physics we've ever learned is being shattered by an object that's literally rewriting the rules of how things move through space. This massive intruder is pulling off gravitational stunts that should be absolutely impossible, and it's driving astrophysicists to the brink of madness trying to explain what they're witnessing. Unlike every comet, asteroid, or space debris we've ever tracked, this colossal visitor is following a hyperbolic trajectory so extreme that it's defying our most fundamental understanding of orbital mechanics. The object's path through our solar system resembles a perfectly calculated slingshot maneuver, as if someone or something deliberately plotted its course with surgical precision. What's keeping scientists awake at night is that this trajectory doesn't match any known gravitational influences from our sun, planets, or even the mysterious dark matter that permeates our galaxy. Computer models are failing spectacularly when they try to predict where this thing came from or where it's heading next, because the math simply doesn't add up with conventional physics. The most disturbing part? This isn't random cosmic wandering. The object's path suggests it originated from a specific point in interstellar space and is heading toward another precise destination with the accuracy of a guided missile. Some researchers are quietly whispering that this level of trajectory control might indicate artificial guidance systems, while others are frantically searching for unknown gravitational sources that could explain this cosmic impossibility. Either way, we're witnessing something that challenges everything we thought we knew about how objects move through the vast emptiness of space. Composition clues. So, scientists have just discovered something that's making their most advanced instruments go haywire. This object's surface is reflecting light in ways that really shouldn't be physically possible. The spectral analysis results are sending shockwaves through the astronomical community, revealing a composition so bizarre that it's forcing researchers to question everything they know about interstellar materials. When powerful telescopes first analyzed the light bouncing off this massive visitor, the data showed metallic signatures unlike anything we've ever encountered in our solar system, or, honestly, anywhere else. The object's surface appears to be composed of an exotic metallic alloy that reflects specific wavelengths of light with an almost mirror-like precision, creating spectral patterns that don't match any known elements in our periodic table. What's absolutely mind-bending is that this metallic composition is showing signs of structural uniformity across its entire surface, something that would be virtually impossible for a natural object that's been tumbling through the harsh environment of interstellar space for, potentially, millions of years. The reflective properties are so unusual that some spectrometers are detecting organized crystalline structures that typically only form under controlled laboratory conditions. Even more puzzling, the object's surface temperature readings are inconsistent with what we'd expect from a chunk of space rock, suggesting either internal heat generation or some form of thermal regulation system. These composition anomalies are eerily reminiscent of the original Oumuamua's mysterious properties, but amplified to an extreme degree that's making even the most skeptical scientists consider possibilities they never thought they'd have to entertain about the true nature of these interstellar visitors. Speed and acceleration. This cosmic giant is moving so fast it could travel from New York to Los Angeles in under 3 minutes, but that's not even the scariest part about its impossible speed. The velocity readings are absolutely terrifying, and they're revealing something that's making NASA's top physicists lose sleep every single night. This interstellar behemoth is screaming through our solar system at a mind-numbing 26 kilometers per second, a speed so incomprehensible that it makes our fastest rockets look like they're crawling through molasses. To put this insane velocity into perspective, this object could circumnavigate our entire planet in just 25 minutes, making it faster than anything humanity has ever created or encountered in space. But here's where things get genuinely disturbing. Advanced tracking systems are detecting subtle but consistent non-gravitational acceleration patterns that shouldn't exist according to every law of physics we've ever discovered. This massive visitor is somehow speeding up and slowing down in ways that can't be explained by solar radiation pressure, gravitational assists, or, honestly, any known propulsion mechanism. The acceleration signatures are so precise and controlled that they're creating mathematical models that look suspiciously like engineered thrust patterns rather than natural cosmic phenomena. What's keeping mission control teams awake is that this level of speed control suggests either revolutionary physics we haven't discovered yet, or technology so advanced that it operates beyond our current understanding of space travel. The fact that something this massive can maintain such incredible speeds while making subtle course corrections is forcing scientists to confront possibilities about interstellar visitors that they never wanted to seriously consider. The tumbling effect. This massive space intruder is performing an impossible cosmic dance, spinning and tumbling through the void like a giant celestial pinwheel that's revealing secrets with every rotation. The rotational patterns of this colossal visitor are creating one of the most mesmerizing and scientifically valuable light shows ever witnessed in our solar system, and the data it's producing is absolutely revolutionary. As this enormous object tumbles end over end through space, it's generating a distinctive light curve that changes dramatically every few hours, creating a cosmic strobe effect that's allowing astronomers to map its three-dimensional structure with unprecedented precision. The tumbling motion is so complex and mathematically beautiful that it's revealing the object's exact shape, surface features, and internal mass distribution in ways that would normally require close-up spacecraft imaging. What's absolutely fascinating is that this rotation isn't random chaos. The tumbling follows specific angular momentum patterns that suggest either natural formation processes we've never seen before, or deliberate spin characteristics that were somehow engineered into the object's design. Each rotation cycle is providing crucial clues about the object's origin story, with computer models analyzing thousands of light variations to reconstruct how this massive visitor might have been shaped by interstellar forces during its journey through the cosmic void. The most intriguing aspect is that the tumbling rate is gradually changing as the object moves through our solar system, possibly due to subtle gravitational influences or internal structural shifts that are giving scientists their first real glimpse into the mysterious internal composition and mechanical properties of genuine interstellar visitors. Scientific theories. The world's brightest minds are locked in heated debates about 3 theories that could completely rewrite our understanding of what's really lurking in the darkness between stars. The scientific community is fracturing into passionate camps as researchers desperately try to explain this massive cosmic anomaly, and each theory is more mind-blowing than the last. The first group of scientists believes we're witnessing a colossal fragment torn from an alien star system during some catastrophic stellar event, possibly a supernova explosion or planetary collision that hurled this metallic giant across the galaxy for millions of years before it stumbled into our cosmic neighborhood. The second faction is proposing something even more extraordinary. This object represents a completely new category of interstellar debris, formed by unknown processes in the deep space between star systems, where exotic physics and extreme conditions could create materials and structures that don't exist anywhere else in the universe. But it's the third theory that's causing the most controversy and honestly keeping astronomers awake at night. A growing number of respected researchers are quietly suggesting that this massive visitor might be artificial in nature, possibly representing technology from an advanced civilization that's either exploring our galaxy or using our solar system as a gravitational waypoint during an interstellar journey. The artificial hypothesis is gaining traction because natural objects simply don't exhibit the precise trajectory control, uniform composition, and controlled acceleration patterns that this behemoth is displaying. Each theory carries profound implications for humanity's place in the cosmos, and the scientific community is racing against time to gather enough evidence to determine which explanation might actually be correct. Observation window. We're in a cosmic race against time, and honestly, humanity has only weeks left before this mysterious giant vanishes forever into the infinite darkness, taking all its secrets with it. The clock is ticking with terrifying urgency, and every second that passes brings us closer to losing the most significant interstellar discovery in human history. This massive cosmic visitor is on a relentless trajectory that will carry it beyond the reach of our most powerful telescopes within mere weeks, creating a narrow observation window that's forcing the global astronomical community into emergency overdrive. Unlike objects that orbit our sun and can be studied for years, this interstellar behemoth is following a one-way ticket out of our solar system, meaning we have exactly one chance to unlock its mysteries before it disappears into the cosmic void for potentially millions of years. The desperation is palpable as observatories worldwide are canceling scheduled research projects and redirecting their most advanced instruments toward this fleeting target, knowing that missing this opportunity could mean waiting centuries for another similar visitor. What makes this time crunch even more agonizing is that the object's massive size and unique properties are generating data at an unprecedented rate, but scientists need months to properly analyze information they only have days to collect. Radio telescopes are operating around the clock, space-based observatories are burning through their fuel reserves for extended tracking sessions, and research teams are working in shifts to ensure continuous monitoring. The scientific community is acutely aware that once this colossal mystery crosses the outer boundaries of our solar system, it will become just another invisible speck in the interstellar darkness, carrying its secrets away forever. Technology response. Space agencies are literally scrambling their most expensive missions and burning through billion-dollar budgets in a desperate attempt to intercept this cosmic giant before it escapes forever. The global space community has erupted into unprecedented chaos as NASA, ESA, and other major agencies frantically redirect their most sophisticated spacecraft toward this fleeting interstellar target, abandoning years of carefully planned missions in favor of this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Mission control centers worldwide are operating in crisis mode, with engineers working around the clock to reprogram existing deep space probes and calculate complex trajectory adjustments that could bring them within scanning range of this massive visitor. The European Space Agency has already announced they're considering an emergency deviation of their upcoming asteroid mission, while NASA is evaluating whether to sacrifice fuel reserves from their outer solar system explorers for closer observation passes. What's truly remarkable is that some of the world's most brilliant aerospace engineers are proposing something that sounds like science fiction, launching entirely new interception missions with record-breaking development timelines, potentially deploying spacecraft within months rather than the typical decade-long planning cycles. Private space companies are joining the frenzy, with several billionaire-funded ventures offering to fast-track experimental probe designs specifically engineered to chase down this cosmic mystery. The technological response is so massive and coordinated that it resembles a global emergency mobilization, with international space agencies sharing classified propulsion technologies and pooling resources in ways that would have been unthinkable just months ago. This unprecedented collaboration represents humanity's most ambitious attempt to study an interstellar visitor before it vanishes into the cosmic darkness forever. What this means. This single discovery is shattering centuries of astronomical assumptions and proving that our galaxy might be crawling with massive interstellar travelers we never knew existed. The implications of this colossal discovery are sending shockwaves through every corner of the scientific world, fundamentally revolutionizing our understanding of how common these mysterious interstellar visitors actually are in our cosmic neighborhood. If we're witnessing two of these enigmatic objects within just a few short years, first Oumuamua in 2017 and now this massive giant, statistical models suggest there could be thousands, possibly millions of similar interstellar travelers silently cruising through our galaxy at any given moment. This revelation is completely overturning the traditional belief that interstellar objects are extremely rare cosmic events, instead suggesting that our solar system might be situated along some kind of interstellar highway where these massive visitors regularly pass through on their mysterious journeys between star systems. The discovery is forcing astronomers to recalculate everything they thought they knew about galactic dynamics, stellar formation processes, and the frequency of interstellar material exchange between different solar systems throughout the Milky Way. What's absolutely mind-blowing is that this means we've been living in a galaxy teeming with interstellar traffic that we were completely oblivious to until recently, simply because our detection technology wasn't sophisticated enough to spot these cosmic wanderers. The realization that massive objects like this might be constantly passing through our solar system undetected is reshaping our entire perspective on humanity's place in a universe that's far more dynamic and interconnected than we ever dared to imagine. So what do you think about this massive interstellar visitor that's rewriting everything we know about our cosmic neighborhood? Are we witnessing natural phenomena or something far more extraordinary? Drop your wildest theories in the comments below. I read every single one and love hearing your thoughts. If you're fascinated by mind-bending space discoveries like this, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell icon so you never miss when Space Facts drops another cosmic bombshell that'll leave you questioning everything. Until next time, keep looking up and remember, the universe is far stranger and more incredible than we ever imagined. Right now as you're watching this video, there are mysterious worlds spinning in the darkness beyond Pluto that NASA has been quietly discovering. Worlds so bizarre they're rewriting everything we thought we knew about our solar system. These aren't just random chunks of ice floating in space. These are full-blown alien worlds with their own moons, ring systems, and physics-defying properties that would make science fiction writers jealous. But here's the kicker. Some of these discoveries are so recent that most people have never even heard their names. Did you know there's a world out there that spins so fast it literally stretched itself into the shape of a football? The dwarf planet that dethroned Pluto. Did you know there's a world out there so massive it literally kicked Pluto out of the Planet Club? Meet Eris, the cosmic troublemaker that changed everything we thought we knew about our solar system. This icy giant sits way beyond Pluto's orbit, roughly 68 times farther from the Sun than Earth, making it one of the most distant objects we've ever discovered in our neighborhood. What makes Eris absolutely mind-blowing is that it's actually 27% more massive than Pluto, despite being slightly smaller in size. Think of it as the dense, muscular cousin that nobody talks about at family gatherings. When astronomers first spotted this beast in 2005, it sparked the Great Planetary Identity Crisis that ultimately led to Pluto's demotion to dwarf planet status. But here's where it gets really wild. Eris is so far out there that it takes 557 Earth years just to complete one single orbit around our sun. The surface temperature, a bone-chilling -400 degrees Fahrenheit, cold enough to freeze nitrogen solid. Named after the Greek goddess of chaos and discord, Eris lives up to its reputation by having an orbit so elliptical and tilted that it literally dances to its own cosmic rhythm. This frozen world even has its own moon called Dysnomia, named after Eris's daughter who was the goddess of lawlessness. Together, they're like the ultimate rebel duo of our solar system, proving that the most interesting characters always hang out in the shadows. The Easter Island of space. What if I told you there's a world out there named after an Easter Island creation god that's hiding secrets NASA never expected? Welcome to Make, the reddish dwarf planet that's rewriting the rules of what we thought possible in the outer solar system. This bizarre world sits about 45 times farther from the sun than Earth, cruising through the Kuiper Belt like a cosmic ghost wrapped in mystery. Here's what makes Make absolutely fascinating. Its surface is covered in frozen methane and nitrogen, giving it this eerie reddish-brown color that makes it look like a giant rusty marble floating in space. But the real shocker came when scientists discovered that this supposedly lonely world actually has a tiny dark moon they nicknamed MK2. This little companion is so dark it absorbs almost all light that hits it, making it nearly invisible and explaining why it took astronomers over a decade to spot it after finding Make itself. The temperature on this frozen wasteland? A brutal -406 degrees Fahrenheit, so cold that even the atmosphere would freeze solid if it had one. What's really mind-bending is that Make completes one orbit around our sun every 310 Earth years, meaning since its discovery in 2005, it's barely moved from where we first spotted it. Named after the Polynesian creator deity from Easter Island, this world represents one of the most significant discoveries in our solar system's outer reaches, proving that even in the darkest, coldest corners of space, there are still incredible surprises waiting to be uncovered. The spinning football planet. There's a world spinning so fast in our solar system that it literally stretched itself into the shape of a football, and it comes with its own ring system that shouldn't even exist. Say hello to Oumuamua, the cosmic speed demon that's breaking every rule we thought we knew about how planets behave. This elongated freak of nature rotates once every 4 hours, making it one of the fastest spinning objects in our entire solar system. So fast that centrifugal force has warped it into an egg-like shape that's twice as long as it is wide. Located about 43 times farther from the sun than Earth, Oumuamua is essentially a giant spinning ice ball made mostly of crystalline water ice, reflecting sunlight so brilliantly that it practically glows in the darkness of space. But here's where things get absolutely insane. This spinning football has two moons, Hi'iaka and Namaka, named after Hawaiian goddesses, and they're likely chunks that got flung off during some catastrophic collision billions of years ago. The real kicker? In 2017, scientists discovered that Oumuamua has its own ring system, making it the first known ringed object beyond Neptune. These rings are incredibly thin and dark, orbiting around Oumuamua's equator like a cosmic hula hoop. What makes this discovery so shocking is that according to everything we know about physics, rings shouldn't be stable around such a rapidly rotating, oddly shaped object. Yet, there they are, defying our understanding and proving that the outer solar system is full of impossible worlds doing impossible things. The Lonely Wanderer. Ever wonder what happens when a world gets so lonely that it takes 11,400 years just to say hello to the sun once? Meet Sedna, the cosmic hermit that's rewriting everything we thought we knew about the edge of our solar system. This blood-red dwarf planet is currently sitting about 84 times farther from the sun than Earth. But here's the kicker. Yeah, that's actually its close approach. When Sedna reaches its farthest point in its orbit, it ventures out to a mind-boggling 937 astronomical units away, making it so distant that the sun would look like just another bright star in the sky. What makes this world absolutely fascinating is its deep crimson color, caused by organic compounds called tholins that have been baked by cosmic radiation for billions of years. The surface is a frozen wasteland of water ice, methane, and carbon dioxide, with temperatures that never rise above -400 degrees Fahrenheit. But here's where Sedna gets really mysterious. Its orbit is so extreme and elongated that something massive must have gravitationally yanked it into this bizarre path billions of years ago. Scientists think it could have been a rogue star that passed through our solar system when the sun was young, or maybe even evidence of the legendary Planet 9 lurking in the outer darkness. Sedna rotates incredibly slowly, taking about 10 hours to complete one spin, and it's completely alone out there with no known moons. This lonely wanderer represents our first glimpse into the inner Oort cloud, that mysterious region where comets are born. The ancient surprise. There's a world out there that's completely shattering our understanding of physics by sporting rings that absolutely should not exist. Meet Quaoar, the rebel dwarf planet that's making scientists question everything they thought they knew about how ring systems work. This icy troublemaker sits about 43 times farther from the sun than Earth, cruising through the Kuiper Belt with a secret that wasn't discovered until 2022. Named after the creation deity of the Tongva people of Southern California, Quaoar is roughly half the size of Pluto, but packs enough surprises to keep astronomers scratching their heads for years. Here's what makes this world absolutely mind-blowing. It has a ring system that orbits at a distance where rings simply cannot exist according to our current understanding of celestial mechanics. These rings sit way beyond what's called the Roche limit, the theoretical boundary where a planet's gravity should tear apart any orbiting material and turn it into moons instead. Yet Quaoar's rings are just hanging out there, perfectly stable, basically giving physics the middle finger. The rings themselves are incredibly faint and narrow, made up of tiny particles that somehow resist clumping together into larger objects. What's even more bizarre is that Quaoar has a small moon called Weiwat, named after Quaoar's son in Tongva mythology, which orbits much farther out than the rings. This setup defies everything we know about how ring systems should behave, suggesting there are fundamental forces at work in our solar system that we're only just beginning to understand. Pluto's anti-twin. What if there's a world out there that's locked in a cosmic dance with Pluto, orbiting in perfect harmony but always staying on the exact opposite side of the solar system? Welcome to Orcus. The anti-Pluto that's proving the universe has a twisted sense of symmetry. This dark, mysterious dwarf planet sits roughly the same distance from the Sun as Pluto, about 39 times farther than Earth, but here's where things get absolutely wild. It's trapped in what scientists call a 1-to-2 orbital resonance with Pluto, meaning for every 2 orbits Pluto makes, Orcus completes exactly 1. But the real kicker is that they're positioned like cosmic opposites, always maintaining maximum separation as they waltz through space together. Named after the Roman god of the underworld and punisher of broken oaths, Orcus is significantly smaller than Pluto but shares some eerily similar characteristics. Its surface is covered in water ice mixed with organic compounds, giving it a grayish appearance that makes it look like Pluto's shadow twin. The most fascinating part? Orcus has its own moon called Vanth, named after an Etruscan demon, and this moon is unusually large compared to its parent, almost like a mini version of the Pluto-Charon system. What makes this relationship so bizarre is that despite being gravitationally linked in this eternal dance, Orcus and Pluto will never get closer than about 18 astronomical units apart. They're like cosmic dance partners who are forever destined to mirror each other's movements while never actually meeting, creating one of the most elegant and mysterious orbital relationships in our entire solar system. The Chaos Bringer. There's a world tumbling through space so chaotically that scientists can't even figure out which way is up, and it's named after a Chinese water god known for causing floods and chaos. Meet Gong Gong, the cosmic troublemaker that's spinning in such a bizarre way, it's making astronomers question everything they know about planetary rotation. This dark reddish dwarf planet lurks about 67 times farther from the Sun than Earth, taking a whopping 554 years to complete just one orbit around our star. What makes Gong Gong absolutely mind-bending is its rotation. Instead of spinning like a normal planet with a stable axis, it tumbles end over end in a completely unpredictable pattern that changes constantly. Scientists think this chaotic tumbling was caused by a massive collision sometime in its past, possibly the same impact that created its small moon, Xiangliu, named after Gong Gong's 9-headed serpent companion in Chinese mythology. The surface of this world is covered in dark, methane-rich materials that absorb most of the sunlight hitting it, making it one of the reddest objects in the outer solar system. Here's what's really wild. Gong Gong is so massive that it's right on the borderline of being large enough to pull itself into a round shape, but its chaotic rotation and composition keep it slightly elongated. The temperatures on this frozen wasteland never rise above -400 degrees Fahrenheit, cold enough to freeze nitrogen solid. This tumbling giant represents one of the most dynamically unstable objects we've discovered in our solar system, proving that even billions of years after formation, some worlds are still dealing with ancient cosmic trauma. The slow giant. There's a cosmic giant lurking so far out in space that it takes over 1,100 years just to say hello to the sun once. And, scientists almost missed it completely while hunting for dark energy. Meet 2014 UZ-224, nicknamed DD for Distant Dwarf, the slow-motion behemoth that's redefining what we know about the edge of our solar system. This mysterious world sits approximately 8.5 billion miles away from the sun right now, making it nearly 3 times farther out than Pluto, and ranking it as the third most distant known object in the Kuiper Belt. What makes this discovery absolutely incredible is that it was found completely by accident. Astronomers were using the dark energy camera to map distant galaxies when undergraduate students spotted this single moving dot creeping across the cosmic background. The sheer size of this world is mind-blowing, measuring roughly 395 miles across, which makes it about 2/3 the diameter of the dwarf planet Ceres, and roughly half the size of Pluto. Here's where things get really wild. 2014 UZ-224 has one of the most extreme orbits ever discovered, swinging as close as 38 astronomical units from the Sun and reaching as far out as 180 astronomical units, creating an incredibly elongated path that takes 1,147 years to complete. The surface of this distant world is incredibly dark, reflecting only 13% of the sunlight that hits it, making it one of the darkest objects in our solar system. What's fascinating is that this world is currently headed inward toward the sun and won't reach its closest approach until the year 2142. The snowman of space. What if I told you there's a cosmic snowman floating 4 billion miles away that's revealing the deepest secrets of how our entire solar system was born? Meet Arrokoth, the most distant object ever visited by a spacecraft, and the ultimate time capsule that's rewriting everything we thought we knew about planetary formation. This bizarre double-lobed world looks exactly like a flattened snowman, with 2 rounded sections gently touching each other in what scientists describe as the most gentle cosmic kiss ever recorded. Here's what makes this discovery absolutely mind-blowing. When NASA's New Horizons spacecraft flew by Arrokoth on New Year's Day 2019, it revealed that this ancient relic formed through a process so delicate that its 2 halves came together at just 7 miles per hour, essentially docking like spacecraft rather than smashing together violently. The surface of this primordial world is incredibly red, even redder than Pluto, and recent analysis has revealed something that could change our understanding of life's origins. It contains sugars like ribose and glucose, the fundamental building blocks of life itself. What's truly fascinating is that Arrokoth has remained virtually unchanged for 4.5 billion years, preserved in the deep freeze of the Kuiper Belt like a cosmic fossil. Scientists believe this snowman-shaped world formed when a localized cloud of primordial material gently collapsed and fused together, proving that planet formation can happen through surprisingly gentle processes rather than violent collisions. This discovery is revolutionizing our understanding of how planets form and suggesting that the building blocks of life might be far more common in the universe than we ever imagined. The Phantom World. What if there's an invisible giant lurking in the darkest corners of our solar system? A phantom world so massive it's secretly controlling the orbits of distant objects like a cosmic puppet master. Meet Planet 9, the theoretical super-Earth that could be the most significant discovery in astronomy since Neptune was found over 150 years ago. This mysterious world is believed to be roughly 10 times more massive than Earth, and orbits somewhere between 400 to 800 times farther from the Sun than our planet, making it so distant that it would take between 10,000 to 20,000 years just to complete one orbit around our star. Here's what makes this discovery absolutely mind-blowing. Scientists haven't actually seen Planet 9 yet, but they know it's there because of the gravitational fingerprints it's leaving behind. 6 distant objects in the Kuiper Belt all have their orbits mysteriously aligned in the same direction, and tilted at the same 30-degree angle, something that would be virtually impossible without a massive planet shepherding them from the shadows. Computer simulations show that Planet 9's gravity is so powerful it could have tilted our entire solar system by 6 degrees over the past 4.5 billion years, finally solving a mystery that has puzzled astronomers for decades. Recent studies suggest there's at least a 40% chance this phantom planet actually exists, and it might be the core of a giant planet that was violently ejected by Jupiter during the chaotic early days of our solar system. With surface temperatures around minus 375 degrees Fahrenheit and a diameter 7.5 times larger than Earth, Planet 9 represents the ultimate cosmic hide-and-seek champion. So there you have it. 10 absolutely mind-blowing worlds that prove our solar system is way stranger than we ever imagined. From spinning footballs to phantom planets, these discoveries are just the beginning of what's waiting out there in the cosmic darkness. If these bizarre worlds blew your mind as much as they did mine, make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring the bell icon so you never miss our latest space discoveries. Drop a comment below and tell me which of these worlds. In 1924, we thought the Milky Way was the entire universe, until Edwin Hubble proved us wrong. What looked like a faint blur in the night sky was actually the Andromeda Galaxy, bigger than our own and filled with over 1 trillion stars. That discovery shattered our place in the cosmos. And here's what most don't realize. Andromeda is coming. Slowly, silently, it's moving toward us, set to collide with our galaxy in a few billion years. So, how does it feel knowing the universe isn't just vast? It's in motion, and we're part of something far more epic than we imagined. Meet our galactic neighbor. There's a silent wanderer hanging in our night sky, so vast, so close, yet so quietly overlooked. You might have seen it without realizing, a faint smudge in the dark, barely noticeable to the naked eye. But that humble smudge, it's the Andromeda Galaxy, the closest spiral galaxy to our own Milky Way. And it's not just a neighbor, it's a giant, bigger and more massive than our own galaxy. If you could travel at the speed of light, it would still take you over 2.5 million years to get there. That's not just distance, it's a time capsule. The light we see from Andromeda tonight actually left it during the time early humans were first learning to use tools. It's like looking through a cosmic window into the deep past. But Andromeda isn't just a relic, it's a message. A reminder that even in the vastness of the cosmos, we're not alone in the dark. Galaxies like ours aren't solitary islands floating aimlessly. We're part of a larger galactic family. And Andromeda? It's our sibling, slowly drifting closer every second. Isn't it wild that while we scroll through phones and binge-watch shows, entire galaxies are inching toward one another for a cosmic reunion? Size, distance, and visibility. Let's break down just how massive our neighbor really is. Andromeda spans about 220,000 light-years across. That's nearly double the size of the Milky Way. And within that spiraling colossus are over 1 trillion stars. Yes, trillion, with untold numbers of planets orbiting around them. Some astronomers even suggest it might contain twice the stars we have. And here's the incredible part. On a clear night, far away from city lights, you can actually see Andromeda with your own eyes. No telescope, no binoculars, just you in the night sky. What you're seeing, though faint, is the furthest object visible to the naked human eye. That fact alone makes it special, because without any tech or training, you're literally staring across time and space. Think about that. You're standing on a tiny planet, looking out across 2.5 million light-years. The light hitting your retina tonight left Andromeda when early ancestors of modern humans were first learning to stand upright. You're not just stargazing, you're time-traveling. It's not just a galaxy, it's a reminder that the universe is much, much bigger than our day-to-day worries. Structure and composition. You might think galaxies all look the same, a bunch of stars swirling in space, but Andromeda? It's got some serious style. This majestic spiral galaxy has a glowing central bulge, 2 massive arms that twist outward, and hundreds of smaller star clusters sprinkled throughout like cosmic confetti. Scientists estimate it has over 1 trillion stars, compared to the Milky Way's 200 to 400 billion. That's 5 times more stars lighting up its structure. It even has satellite galaxies of its own, just like we have the Magellanic Clouds. Andromeda's arms aren't just starry decoration. They contain countless planetary systems, star-forming nebulae, and possibly even black holes hiding deep inside. What's fascinating is that it isn't chaotic. It's organized beauty on a scale we can barely comprehend. Even the dust lanes, those darker regions cutting across the spiral arms, are essential. They're not voids, but rich with gas that could one day form new stars. It's like Andromeda is a living, breathing structure constantly creating, evolving, changing. From its bright, dense core to the wispy edges of its arms, every part of it tells a story billions of years old. History of discovery. Long before we knew what a galaxy even was, Andromeda had already made an impression. Ancient Persian astronomers wrote about a little cloud in the sky, one that didn't twinkle like the stars. That cloud was Andromeda, and for centuries that's all anyone thought it was, a fuzzy patch in our own galaxy. Then came 1924. Edwin Hubble, yes, the guy the telescope's named after, changed everything. Using a powerful telescope, he found variable stars inside Andromeda and measured their distance. What he discovered shocked the world. Andromeda wasn't inside the Milky Way at all. It was its own separate galaxy, millions of light years away. This moment shattered our idea of the universe. Suddenly, the Milky Way wasn't the universe, it was just one galaxy in a cosmos full of them. Andromeda opened the floodgates to modern astronomy. It was the first galaxy we truly understood as being independent of our own, and it forever expanded our cosmic horizon. That fuzzy smudge? It forced us to rewrite everything we thought we knew, and in doing so, it made the universe feel both infinitely bigger and far more connected. Collision course with the Milky Way. Every second Andromeda is moving closer to us, about 68 miles per second. That means with every heartbeat, the distance between our galaxies shrinks just a little more. It's not a maybe, it's a cosmic certainty. Scientists predict that in about 4 billion years Andromeda and the Milky Way will collide. Not like a violent explosion though. Because space is so vast and stars are so far apart, most will simply drift past one another, dancing through gravity's pull. It's more of a slow-motion ballet than a demolition derby. Over time, this celestial interaction will stretch, twist, and eventually merge both galaxies into a brand new formation, Milkomeda or Milkdromeda, as some astronomers playfully call it. Earth might survive, the sun might still shine, but the night sky will change forever. If future humans or civilizations exist then, they'll look up and see skies ablaze with stars from both galaxies. It's wild to think that something as stable and constant as our galaxy is part of a much bigger story, one that's still unfolding. Our peaceful skies today, they're the calm before a magnificent billion-year storm. Possibility of life. What if we're not alone, even just one galaxy over? With over 1 trillion stars and potentially billions of planets, Andromeda might hold secrets we can't yet fathom. Some of those planets could sit in the habitable zone, the sweet spot where liquid water can exist. That's the first ingredient for life as we know it. And since Andromeda is older than the Milky Way, some of its stars have had a head start by billions of years. What if intelligent life evolved there long before humans ever lit their first fire? Or what if ancient civilizations rose and fell before we ever looked up? While we haven't found signs of life in Andromeda, we're only beginning to understand its vastness. Most of its planets are too far for us to study in detail, yet. But advancements in telescopes and interstellar tech could one day let us glimpse alien skies, distant oceans, or even civilizations waving back. Right now, it's all questions and wonder, but maybe that's the point. The search for life in Andromeda isn't just about science, it's about connection, about asking, are we really the only ones out here? The hidden skeleton of Andromeda. You can't see it, you can't touch it, but it holds everything together. Nearly 90% of Andromeda's mass is invisible, made of something scientists call dark matter. It doesn't emit light, it doesn't reflect it, and yet, it's everywhere, acting like a hidden skeleton that binds galaxies. We only know it exists because of what it does. Andromeda's stars rotate at speeds that shouldn't be possible if only visible matter existed. By all logic, those outer stars should have flung off into deep space by now, but they haven't. Something is keeping them tethered, and that something is dark matter. It's like a silent architect, shaping galaxies from the shadows. And here's what's even more fascinating. Andromeda's dark matter halo stretches far beyond its glowing arms, like an invisible shield. It might even be interacting with the Milky Way's own dark matter cloud as we speak. The more we study Andromeda, the more we realize it's not just about stars and light, it's about the unseen forces that define the universe. Think about that. Most of what exists in our closest neighbor is something we still don't understand. A cosmic transformation. As we continue to observe Andromeda, one question persists. What will happen to both galaxies once they collide? While this event is billions of years away, the concept of such a cosmic transformation is deeply intriguing. Astronomers believe that the merging of the Milky Way and Andromeda will not result in a catastrophic collision of stars. After all, space is vast, and stars are spaced far apart. Instead, it will be a slow dance of gravitational forces, causing the two galaxies to slowly stretch, twist, and eventually fuse together into a brand new galaxy. Some suggest that this new galaxy could be called Milkomeda or Milkdromeda. However, as the galaxies collide, their supermassive black holes will likely converge as well, sparking a new and intense period of star formation in the aftermath. With this collision, new stellar structures will form, possibly creating an even more magnificent cosmic display in the future sky. For life on Earth, this event may not pose any immediate threat, as the collision will unfold over millions of years. But what about future civilizations? Will they witness the collision in real time, perhaps from a planet in the new galaxy? The possibilities are endless, and the collision between Andromeda and the Milky Way is sure to redefine the very nature of the universe as we know it. It's a reminder that even the most stable elements in the cosmos are subject to change, and the future of the universe is written in the stars. And there you have it, the Andromeda Galaxy, a giant in our cosmic neighborhood with mysteries that continue to fascinate astronomers. Isn't it amazing to think about the vastness of the universe right next door? If you're as amazed by the wonders of space as we are, make sure to keep exploring with us. And if you love discovering the secrets of the universe, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more adventures with space facts.